In the heart of Europe lies Belgium, a nation famed not just for its succulent chocolates, frothy beers, and a penchant for the surreal, but also for harboring a tale of two halves that could rival any historical drama. Beneath the surface of this seemingly serene land, there brews a concoction of linguistic and cultural tensions so potent it threatens to split the nation in two. Belgium, a country where the national hobby might well be considered linguistic bickering, finds itself at a crossroads, teetering on the brink of becoming a modern tale of division. Here, in this land of contrasts, the French-speaking Wallonia and the Dutch-speaking Flanders engage in a tango of discord, each step further entangling them in a dance of potential disunion. As we peel back the layers of Belgium's complex identity, one must wonder, will this be a story of separation or an unlikely tale of unity and diversity? Before we get further into the video, make sure you guys like and subscribe. It really helps me out in the algorithm, and it's free too, so no downside. Imagine, if you will, two siblings, born of the same parent, yet speaking tongues so starkly different, they might as well be from distant lands. This is the story of Wallonia and Flanders, regions so vivid in their distinctions, they paint a picture of a country divided, not just by language, but by a tapestry of history, culture, and economic fortune. Wallonia, with its rolling hills and once thundering industrial heartland, speaks of a bygone era of coal and steel, with whispers of French echoing through the valleys. Northward, Flanders flaunts its economic vibrancy, its fields and cities humming with Dutch diligence, a testament to a prosperous present and promising future. The historical context of their rivalry stretches back centuries, a prolonged squabble that has seen them grow apart, their identities solidifying in opposition rather than harmony. As we embark on this journey through Belgium's heart and soul, let us tread lightly, for we are navigating a landscape rife with divisions deep and sentiments strong, a testament to the complex beauty of human diversity. In Belgium, language isn't just about the ability to order a beer in the local dialect. It's the badge you wear, the team you play for, and sometimes the hill you're willing to die on. Here, linguistic lines draw a map of identity, separating the waffle from the fry. French and Flemish, two languages locked in a perpetual tango over a patch of European land smaller than New Jersey. Imagine stepping into a linguistic time machine where your destination could determine whether you're greeted with bonjour or guten tag. It's a place where the choice between pain au chocolat and chocolat Bruges could be a political statement, a nod to the centuries of linguistic pride and prejudice. In this landscape, folklore dances cheek to cheek with language. The Walloons might waltz to the tales of Foron, a village lost in a linguistic shuffle, while the Flemish tap their feet to the beat of a different drum, celebrating the Battle of the Golden Spurs as a victory not over the French, but over linguistic subjugation. It's a cultural mosaic where even the food speaks volumes, a place where the question isn't just, what's for dinner, but also, in which language is it served? Belgium's linguistic divide is more than just talk. It's tied to the purse strings, woven into the very fabric of the nation's economy. Wallonia, with its coal mines and steel factories, once the heartbeat of Belgium's industrial prowess, now hums a slower tune, less reminiscent of when the coal was king and steel was its scepter. Flanders, on the other hand, rides the wave of the future, its ports bustling with trade, its cities alive with the buzz of busyness. This economic disparity isn't just a matter of who has the bigger slice of the pie, it's about who baked the pie and what recipe they used. Imagine a family dinner where one sibling boasts about their Michelin-starred culinary skills while the other reminisces about the hearty, home-cooked meals of yesteryear. That's Belgium, a country where the north-south divide serves up not just linguistic differences, but economic ones too. Belgium's political fabric is as intricate as a Brussels lace, woven with the fine threads of federalism, communities, and regions. From the outside, Belgium might look like a small, unified country, but crack open its shell, and you'll find a federal structure that would perplex even the most astute political aficionados. Since gaining independence in 1830, Belgium has undergone 6 state reforms between 1970 and 2014, transforming a unitary state into a federal one composed of communities and regions. Imagine a family gathering where everyone agrees to live under the same roof but separate quarters, each with its own rules about what's for dinner and what's on TV. This unique Belgian concoction has the federal state, the communities, and the regions sitting on top of the power pyramid, all equal in the eyes of the law, but with distinct powers and responsibilities. It's like a trio of chefs in the kitchen, each responsible for cooking up policies in their own specialty area, from foreign affairs and national defense held by the federal states, to more localized matters like transportation, public works, and culture managed by the communities and regions. The plot thickens with the political parties, which, since around 1970, have split along linguistic lines, representing the interests of their respective communities while also still advocating for their ideologies. Belgium boasts a multi-party system where the right-wing liberals, social conservative Christian Democrats, and the left-wing socialists play the leading roles, alongside Green parties and, more recently, nationalist and far-right parties, especially in Flanders. This kaleidoscope of political parties mirrors Belgium's diverse society, with each party vying for the spotlight in a performance that sometimes feels more like an improvisational theater than a well-rehearsed play. The demand for autonomy, particularly from the Flemish parties, adds to another layer of complexity, with calls for greater financial and tax autonomy contrasted by the Francophone party's preference for more state control. This political tango, where steps forward are met with steps back, reflects the delicate balance Belgium maintains between unity and division, between a shared national identity and a regional self-determination. As Belgium dances on the tightrope of federalism, its citizens and political actors alike navigate a landscape where linguistic, cultural, and economic differences are as much of a source of richness as they are a point of contention. The Belgian model, with its intricate blend of federal, regional, and community powers, offers a fascinating case study of governance in a divided society. Belgium, snug as a bug in the rug of the European Union, has been at the heart of European integration since the very beginning. With Brussels not just as the capital of Belgium, but also the de facto capital of the EU, Belgium is like the living room where all the EU family members gather. It's where the magic happens, from crunching numbers for the Eurozone to hashing out laws that affect the entire bloc. Being a founding member since 1958, Belgium has had a front row seat at every major event, from the introduction of the euro to the expansion of the Schengen area. The country's trilingual nature and federal setup provide a microcosm of the EU's diversity in its efforts to harmonize it. Just as Belgium juggles Dutch, French, and German, the EU balances 24 official languages and numerous regional dialects. Belgium's EU membership is like being in a complex dance, expertly balancing its steps between showcasing national pride and embracing European unity. The EU's emphasis on regional development and support for minority languages plays back into Belgium's own narrative, where regional autonomy and linguistic pride are paramount. It's like the EU borrowed Belgium's recipe for managing diversity and is now serving it up as a continental specialty. The Conference of the Future of Europe throws a spotlight on Belgium's knack for democratic participation. This initiative, inviting citizens from across Europe to pitch in on the future direction of the Union, mirrors Belgium's own layered governance structure, where local voices resonate in national policies. It's as if Belgium, with its mix of language and regions, was the test kitchen for the EU's grand experiment in its pan-European democracy. In navigating its EU membership, Belgium exemplifies how to play a key role in a broader ensemble without losing one's solo parts. The relationship between Belgium's internal dynamics and its EU commitments is a fascinating narrative on how historical complexity, linguistic diversity, and regional pride can harmonize within a larger union. As Belgium continues to straddle its foundational role in the EU with its domestic intricacies, it offers valuable lessons in unity, diversity, and the art of political science. Belgium's ongoing story with the EU underscores the potential for countries to act as both contributors and as beneficiaries for a united Europe. Whether this delicate balance will continue to hold as the EU faces new challenges remains to be seen, but Belgium's role as a bridge between local autonomy and continental unity will undoubtedly be central to the plot. Imagine Belgium as a vintage comic book where the heroes and villains have been locked in a linguistic battle for centuries, leading to a plotline so complex it could rival any Shakespearean drama. Now, as we turn the pages to the latest chapter of 2024, the story takes us deep into the heart of a nation that's not only the backdrop for tales of European unity, but also for the stage of a potential split that could redraw the map of Europe. In the north, we have Flanders, where the local hero, Vlaams Belang, has been rallying the Flemish-speaking populace with a clarion call for independence, dreaming of a sequel where Flanders is a main character in its own right. This plot twist isn't new. It's been brewing in the background for years, simmering like a pot of stew that's ready to boil over. Their leader, a young protagonist straight out of a book, sees Belgium as a forced marriage ripe for cinematic divorce. Down south, Wallonia watches warily, speaking French and wondering if it's destined to become a supporting character in Flanders' independence saga. Meanwhile, Brussels, the bilingual heart of Belgium and the EU's de facto capital, finds itself caught between these two worlds, a city so diverse it speaks in multiple tongues, yet it's very unsure of its future. The critics, aka the political scientists and commentators, are divided. Some see the potential split as a natural progression in the narrative, a way to address the linguistic and cultural plot holes that have troubled the storyline for decades. Others worry about the subplot involving Brussels and the economic implications of a divided Belgium, fearing it could turn into a thriller nobody wants to read. As the next election looms like a cliffhanger, Belgium's citizens are left wondering how this saga will continue. Will Flanders and Wallonia find a way to write a peaceful ending to their long-standing feud, or will Belgium's tale take a turn towards an unprecedented split, leaving Brussels in a narrative limbo? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. Belgium's story remains one of the most intriguing in the compendium of European history, a real-life drama that keeps everybody guessing what will happen in the next issue. As we draw the curtains on our meandering journey through Belgium's linguistic labyrinth and its cultural conundrum, it's as if we've embarked on a grand tour of a nation that is as enchantingly complex as it is delightfully perplexing. Picture Belgium, if you will, as a confectioner's dream, boasting a chocolatey facade that would seduce even the most discerning of sweet tooths, yet harboring a political core as tangled as a bowl of spaghetti after a particularly aggressive stirring session. This country stands at a crossroads, akin to a bewildered foodie in front of a gourmet buffet, wrestling with the age-old dilemma, to double down on the comforting embrace of the known or to venture into the tantalizing unknown. Through the ages, the tug-of-war between Flanders and Wallonia has unfolded much like an Epicurean showdown, with both regions donning the chef's hats, each adamant for the recipe to succeed. Brussels, the jewel in Belgium's crown, emerges as the pièce de résistance in a smorgasbord of national identity, a city that encapsulates the linguistic split yet pulses with a vibrancy that's unmistakably European. As we ponder the potential for Belgium's narrative to take a dramatic twist, akin to a thriller where the final chapters are yet unwritten, the air is thick with speculation. With nationalist sentiments bubbling up in Flanders, fueled by debates over migration and fiscal sovereignty, the plot thickens. The upcoming elections loom like a cliffhanger, promising either to usher in a fresh storyline or to fortify the bonds that bind the Belgian tale. Yet, in the heart of this saga, amidst the political chess and cultural skirmishes, the average Belgian goes about their day, perhaps savoring a pint in a cozy tavern or navigating the picturesque lanes of a sleepy village by bike. For many, the grand narratives spun by politicos are but a distant backdrop to the immediate realities of life, work, and community. Belgium, at its core, narrates a saga of unity within diversity, a land where contrasts are not just tolerated, but celebrated. Whether these differences will script a divide or lay the foundation for a more unified, resilient nation is a story yet to unfold. However, one thing is abundantly clear. Belgium, with all its peculiarities and puzzles, continues to intrigue and beguile, much like a gourmet dish that challenges the taste buds while leaving one yearning for another bite. As we conclude our exploration of Belgium's linguistic divides and the shadow of secession, it becomes apparent that Belgium's allure lies not solely in its storied past or political entanglements, but in the simple pleasures embraced by its people and the rich tapestry of its cultures. The path ahead may be shrouded in uncertainty, but Belgium's legacy as a European crossroads, a linguistic melting pot, and a vibrant stage for the age-old ballet of unity and division is sure to endure. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Again, if you like the content, please like and subscribe. It's free. But yeah, leave any ideas you have down in the comments and we'll be sure to get back to you. Thanks so much.